Step 1. Cut the sink opening. You can use CNC router or CNC water jet by downloading the DXF file from our website. You can also cut by hand using a wet saw. Measure the length and the width of the sink you're installing and add 1/16 of an inch to the length and the width. This will be the cutout size for this sink. Step 2. Support bracket installation. Use commercial-grade epoxy, making sure you apply a generous amount to the countertop and the support bracket. Once the epoxy has cured, now you can insert the sink support and height adjustment screws that come with the sink mounting kit. Once all the sink support screws have been inserted, you're ready for the next step. Step 3. Sink fitting. Insert the sink back into the sink opening. Use the sink support and height adjustment screws to level the sink with the countertop. Check to be sure the sink is 100% level with the countertop by running your hand over the gap a few times. Readjust as necessary until the sink rim is perfectly flush with the countertop. Once this step is completed, you're ready for step 4, protection. First, remove the sink from the sink opening. Use high-quality painter's tape, such as Scotch 2093 Sharp Line Multi-Surface Painter's Tape. Use a minimal width of 1.5 inches or wider to offer maximum protected area. Apply the protective tape to all 4 sides of the countertop. Align with the edge of the sink cutout. Please be as precise as possible. Next, apply protective tape to the top side of the sink rim on all 4 sides. Align with the edge of the sink rim. Please be as precise as possible. Trim off extra length of the protective tape with a sharp utility knife. Once the protective tape has been applied to the countertop and the top of the sink rim, you're ready for the next step. Step 5. Silicone application. You must use 100% silicone and the silicone color must match closely to the color of the countertop. Color Right Corporation's color sealant line of 100% silicone comes in 300 colors and 3 finishes, all in stock. Please contact them for the correct color silicone. Once you have required the correct color silicone, you can start to apply the silicone on the space above the mounting bracket and the side of the sink opening. The key here is to overfill the space with extra silicone, making sure there is more silicone here than necessary. Miss any spots? Go back and fill it, or, if necessary, add more silicone to the area that are not overfilled. This overfilling of silicone will ensure once you insert the sink back into the sink opening, the silicone will completely fill the space between the sink rim and the countertop opening, creating an impenetrable barrier between the sink rim and the countertop. Next, you will butter coat the underside of the sink rim. A thin and even coat here is fine. This will ensure a silicone to silicone contact surface when you insert the sink back into the sink opening. Once the sink is inserted, apply gentle but constant pressure to the bottom of the sink bowl. Never push down on the sink rim. The sink will slowly sink into the sink opening and eventually stop, resting on top of the mounting screws where it was previously set. Once the sink is fully inserted into the sink opening, use a plastic scraper and scrape off the extra silicone that squeezed out from the top. Clean the scraper often and go back to scrape a couple of times until there is no silicone left. Pay close attention to the gap. If you notice a gap that is not completely filled with silicone, you can go back now and fill it with silicone using the scraper knife. Once you've finished scraping the excess silicone, prepare a solution of 75% water with 25% dish soap. Mix well. Dip your finger in the soap solution you prepared and run your finger over the seam with force to remove any residual silicone left at the seam. This process will smooth out the silicone and create that seamless look. Once this is done, simply remove the tape from the countertop, then remove the tape from the sink rim. The installation is now complete.